Okay, welcome to Module 7 in the Great Shot Mastering the Craft of Ball Striking video instruction series. Obviously, balance is a really big deal. It's partly why I named my company Balance Point, because I believe, like Hogan did, a lot of great players did, Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, others I can think of, that of all the physical fundamentals, balance is the most influential on your ball flight. And so we have a saying here at Balance Point Golf Schools that balance trumps mechanics. And what I mean by that is there's a very simple explanation for why balance has more influence than mechanics. And it's simply this. It's based on what is called in the science of neurophysiology, the righting instinct, which basically means if you take a baby, a 10-month-old baby, prop him up on a couch with pillows on either side and take one side of the pillows away, and he starts to lean that direction and fall over, his arms will fly out this way to prevent his body from falling that way. So he uses his arms as counterweights, just like when you slip on an icy sidewalk. If you slip on an icy sidewalk, you're going to probably throw your arms the opposite direction where your body's about to fall over. And it's a natural instinct for self-preservation to keep you from hurting yourself that's deeply wired into your brain's neural networks. And so that is a survival mechanism that as soon as the brain is finished forming will be with you to the day you die, and it takes precedence over your golf swing, golf shot, golf score. So as soon as you start to lose your balance more than a little bit in the golf swing, the righting instinct will kick in, and you will use some body part as a compensatory way to prevent yourself from falling over. In other words, you'll use a body part, typically either arm or both arms combined, or either leg, or a weight shift of some form, to keep yourself from falling over. So you're using those body parts as counterbalancing mechanisms to prevent your body from falling down and hurting yourself. So put it another way, your brain, your subconscious swing map, or subconscious I should say, not swing map, but subconscious as a whole, cares more about you not falling over and hurting yourself than it does about your golf shot and golf score. And they're setting up with their weight like this on the balls of their feet, and as their backswing proceeds, they go more toward the toes, and then sometimes they're about to fall over, so they go back toward their heels as they reach the top, and they rock back like this, and then they rock forward on the forward swing, and they often hit the ball toward the heel. They might even shank it doing that, right? So it's really common. We call that the vertical balance line. What you want to do is a waist-high backswing. Only go waist-high with this drill. Finish around waist-high. Show them the finish, Cliff. And you want to notice as you pause at your finish where your weight is toe to heel in your left foot. It might be toward the ball of your foot. It might be too far toward the heel. We want it on a waist-to-waist swing to stay right in the middle of your foot, right here. Okay, so, you know, Nicklaus talked about this a lot. He said one of his important principles, he said you play golf from the insides of your feet. And that means you want to feel balance on the inside welt of both feet, inside welt of your shoe on both your left and your right foot. At the very end of your swing, most tour pros will be on the outside of their foot at the very finish. But with very few exceptions, most of them have a flat left foot until follow through. And then the force of their swing and their pivot might make their weight transfer a little bit to the outside. So that's okay. It's not ideal. The best ball striker in the world, Ben Hogan, in the history of golf, I think, also had probably the best balance, or maybe Rory McIlroy's equal to him. McIlroy's really good on balance too. But Hogan's foot was flat, completely flat at his finish, and he worked on that, among other things, in 1 year in the late 1930s. He hit thousands of balls during that year working on drills, putting his mind in the bottom of his left foot, trying to keep it flat at the finish. You want that heel about 2 or 3 inches up in the air with much more bend in the right knee than normal. Yeah. Oh, great. It obviously puts you almost off balance. So Cliff, whenever you're ready. Pretty good. Yeah, good balance, good braced right foot. So his weight's on the inside welt to middle of his right foot. You never want to have your weight go to the outside. And that right knee acts as a brace, as part of the gate post, the right leg gate post. And of course the gate itself is your upper body, your torso rotating over it. The right knee action was one of Hogan's, he had several, as you probably know by now, but one of his top secrets was keeping some degree, he liked to keep 100% of it in the right knee. He thought it was really important for balance. He never wanted his weight to go to the up. We want to have what's called the Sam Snead squat or the Sam Snead sit-down position, which basically, if you look at Sam Snead, he looks kind of like this. When he goes into his transition, his left knee moves away from his right knee holds, and he gets bow-legged, and he increases the flex vertically in his knees, so he basically squats about an inch into both knees. So he actually sits down into his knee flex about an inch at the same moment in time while his left knee moves away from his right knee with club pivot thrust. So go to get set position. So from this position here, you want to have the right knee kicked in slightly toward the ball, kind of like an almost a 45-degree angle that way, right? Just a little bit. But again, not enough to where your knee collapses and goes all the way over like that. That's what we're trying to avoid. And this is one of Hogan's big secrets. I'll tell you a story about this in a second. It's kind of a cool story. But okay, on the left foot, similar to the right foot, the left foot acts at, and the entire left leg act as a gate post for you to rotate your hips, your belly, and especially your torso over on the forward swing. So we have to have stability in the leg.